Okay, to do the programming tests in this class, you need to follow specific instructions. So I can actually mark it. If these instructions are not followed, then I will not be able to mark your programming questions. What you need to do when you come to the lab, the very first thing that you do, you log into your lab computers. And in your lab computers, you are going to have an icon that says My Apps, okay? Because your computers are most likely locked, you won't be able to search in a start menu. You won't be able to search anything on the browser. Everything has to be done exact. So if you want to go to My Apps using a URL, you have to type the exact same URL and hit enter. If it's not a match and it tries to search, you're not going to get anything. Okay. So first, you're going to log into My Apps. If it gives you, when you log into My Apps, if it gives you a notification over here to open this using the cloud, whatever it is, there's a checkbox. Check that checkbox and click Open to make sure that it actually opens the file. Then you run Notepad++ and you launch it. So that's the first thing you do. If you see a blue circle, a blue screen is coming up, keep turning and nothing is happening, just minimize this at your desktop. You will notice that Notepad++ is actually on your desktop. So you can actually open it using that. Now, my Notepad++ has something from before. I'm just going to remove it. So this is how the Notepad's going to come at new one. The very first thing you are going to do, you are going to save this file as a CPP file. So save as, it doesn't matter where it is. I'm going to put it on desktop. Just make this one something like test.cpp. The extension is important. This gives you syntax highlighting and IntelliSense, where you can actually do your stuff. Then you start your test. In this case, I'm giving you the example from the agreement that you are going to sign. So you can actually practice this on that agreement. So I'll open this one, and I'm going to start the attempt. Oh, and I need to put the code over here. I start the attempt. So you put this one at left. I strongly suggest to do this. Put your Notepad++ at right. Adjust the screen so it fits properly. And if you see the screen is like this, you can hold the control key and scroll up the mouse to make sure that you only see the question. Then you read the question and start coding. So for example, for this agreement, I'm giving you a test like this. Write a function that receives an integer from the console in a foolproof way. The function should return void. The function should pass back the integer using a pointer provided an argument list. Then, using that function, receive two integers from the user and print them in reverse order. So this is your task over here. So you start coding. So I'm going to say here void, something like get int. If that's too big, I'm going to make it a little smaller. Now I'm going to say over here integer pointers val or value, or val is fine. And I'm not going to write a foolproof one. I'm just showing you how it's done. So I'm going to say over here scanf. Then in here I'm going to say %d, and I'm going to put over here val. So this just reads it. It's not foolproof at all. It's absolute garbage. But then I want to write the program to read the 10 numbers. So I'm going to write over here int main return 0. As you see, it actually indents everything for me properly. So in here, I'm going to say, I don't know, integer vals, and I'm going to put 20. And down to this point, I'm going to say, OK, believe me, down to this point, you are getting lots of marks. Because you created the function, your function is reading an integer. It's not foolproof, but you're still reading it. You started your main. You create an array of 20. So if right here, you are getting some marks, which is fine. How to actually submit this is to copy the whole thing, Control A, copy. Then you go to the place that you're supposed to do the answer. You click on the text options, then code snippet, and then Control V. As you see, now the code is fully, nicely formatted over there. If I do not get an answer like this, if your answer is flat, it's not indented, if your answer is not syntax highlighted properly, and it's not submitted like this, I won't even bother marking it. Okay? You have to follow these instructions. You have been programming for 1 semester, you've worked with text editors. If by now you cannot use a text editor doing something like this, it means you have never programmed in your life. So, practice. I'm going to leave this unlimited attempts so you can keep doing it over and over and over and practice. Okay? Now, I want to continue my work. I'm going to say, okay, now I want to get the 20 integers. I'm going to say printf enter 20 integers, 20 ints. Now I'm going to say for integer I set to 0, I less than 20, and I plus plus. Okay, down to this point, I'm good. See, I forgot to put the double quote over there. Mistakes like this won't cost you marks. That's for IPC 144. I want to see that you understand concept and you understand logic. For this, we have the workshops. So those type of things are important in workshops. In test, little things like that doesn't matter. I'll fix it anyway. Now I want to bring back the addition. Again, Control A, copy all, and then I come over here, Control again, Control V, paste all. As you see, it pastes over. You keep doing that as you are doing your test. If you are not doing it at the beginning, if you are a good time manager, it doesn't matter. If the test is 30 minutes, make sure you keep looking at the time. And the time is actually telling you how much time is left. So it says 56 minutes remaining. If you are a good time manager, for the first 20 minutes, you can just type here. It doesn't matter. Okay? But if I were you, I would do that copy pasting over and over. Why? Because computers crash. Things like that happen. If that's the case, you don't want your answer to be lost. Okay? So keep doing that, especially when you're at the edge of the end of the time. It's 5 minutes left. Keep copying everything because it auto-submits. And if you have unsaved work, it's not my fault. Okay? So after you're all done, you do the submission. And you're done with your work. Done. So that's actually, this actually will fail because I was supposed to, for the agreement, I was supposed to actually come down and agree the agreement. So over here, I'm going to get 0 out of 10, as you see. Okay, you have to agree. So what happens is that in that test, in that agreement, you will see this. So I'm going to, the video that I'm recording right now, I'm going to put it here so you can see what it is. Okay, you can actually go through it. Then you're going to say, I have watched the above video and learned how to answer a programming question in tests and quizzes. I agree that if my submitted code is unorganized with flat or poor indentation, it will not be marked and will receive a mark of 0. Or I do not agree and I would like to drop this subject. That's my condition for this thing. You write organized code or you don't write anything. Okay? So that's that. You do that agreement and you're done. Okay? So this agreement is prerequisite for all tests and quizzes. So if you do not agree to this, those tests will automatically not be available to you. You got to make sure to do this. All right? And that's that. Thank you very much. And thank you for watching.